Hey guys, what's up here? And I'm bringing you Operation Last Stand 50 tier list, May 6th to June 10th. Let's get right into it. So, if you buy the premium edition, you get Spartan Agriana's armor along with a bunch of cool other stuff, including the Battle Pass, is Jonah's armor from Halo Legends, if you remember the Headhunters. Then you got here the Halo 4 Marine helmet, the Oni guys. Yeah. Then you got this cool DMR model, which is a combination of Halo 3 weapon models into one. That's pretty awesome as well. Can't wait to get that. As well as pretty other some significant stuff. You got some EVA armor going on right here, which speaking of, there it is. EVA Gen 1 helmet. It's back and it looks pretty cool. And then you got this scatter shot Promethean weapon model for the Bulldog. It's pretty cool. Overall, the armor in the battle pass is pretty standard, your typical 50 tier list, pretty long lasting stuff. And then at the end here, you get the Raider helmet, also from Halo 4, making its debut. So that's pretty cool. So let's go into the shop list, and as you can see, we get the Orion armor and Roland's armor. Roland's armor is also from Halo Legends, as you remember the Headhunters as well. You can see the marking right there. And then the Orion armor from the Macworld 99 presentation before Halo or Bungie was bought by Microsoft. They used to show this off. Speaking of, Orion Armor was also in Halo 2 multiplayer, anniversary multiplayer. Then you got this weird, like, toy gun of a pistol or whatever. Making back into the shop is the ODST Orcus armor from the spring update, like the one in February. And then you got Brutus armor, and then you got a bunch of other miscellaneous. Here's something interesting here. You can now buy Spartan points with real life money. So if you're like not wanting to grind the time, I guess you could just buy Spartan points and save some time, whatever. I mean, up to you. So let's go over the exchange. An exchange is just pretty standard, returning armor from like previous operations and all that. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing much else to point out. I'm just going to buy this coating because it looks pretty cool, I guess. 501st armor, maybe, kind of. And then if you scroll to the right just a little, I'm going to show in the video right here, they added something really unique. You can now go through catalogs. So you can catalog through like each armor, visor, weapon coating, and all that. So as you can see here, I pretty much got every single like helmet attachment and all that since day one. It's pretty cool. You can like go through the catalog and see like which armor, which customization is available with Spartan points, because a lot of people are really confused. They're like, oh, what do I do with Spartan points? What armor can I buy with that? So yeah. So here's another thing I want to include is, so if we go over to the weapons bench here, you may think, no, it's just a normal, weapons bench, standard stuff, but here's something interesting. They finally added the MA5K Avenger armor. Yep, that's right. It's right there, as long as the new Mutilator weapon, and get this, the Needler as well, and the shock rifle, and the heat wave. Like, wow, this was unexpected. Like, they added new customizable weapons in the weapon shop, so you can like add these cool weapon coatings to like like the Avenger. And then let's check out the new Mutilator weapon. This is a double barrel gravity shotgun. I mean, we've seen this being teased before in custom game browsers. Like, somebody leaked it, and it was like pre-rendered, not even fully. It's pretty cool. It's a double-barreled shotgun. So if you think of like Doom Eternal and all that, and it's got the sick melee animation, which you like use the bottom end of a gravity hammer part just to like absolutely decimate your opponents. As you can see here in this footage, you got like two types. So you got the more normal mode, which you fire both rounds, and then you got another mode where you can shoot both rounds at the same time. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it really like devises like tactician and methods, whatever. I mean, honestly, like people in the Halo community have just been complaining and just wanting a new weapon. And finally, we got something that's new, original, never seen done before, compared to like the Fuel Rod Spanker, which, by the way, I would defend that weapon. But anyway, yep, the Mutilator's here, and it's really cool. So let's talk about the Battle of the Academy linear firefight playlist. And I also forgot to mention the Juggernaut Mutilator Madness. So there are two missions in the Battle Academy. There's Cold Protocol and Out with the Bang. The first one, it's your traditional linear firefight mission, except remember the Halo multiplayer story for Infinite where It started with like season one and then season three before they cut off the resources because Microsoft was like, oh, we gotta focus our attention on the next Halo game and Unreal. So anyway, if you remember that, basically what happened, for what I can gather, the lone wolves from season three, if you recall, I think it was season two. Yeah, it was season two. The lone wolves from season two came back to the academy base, named after Sergeant Johnson, and they brought back with them Iratus, which is a banished AI, and so that AI manipulated its way into the secret Oni archives and set out like a single Blair message to the Banished. So the Banished found the Academy, and now they're invading us, and now it's up to our jobs as you, the player, to to stop them from ever reaching like the archives or whatever. And if you're not familiar with the Cole Protocol, basically in the lore novel, it's a safeguard measure devised by Admiral Cole, who's a well-known UNSC figure in the early years of the UNSC Covenant War, and basically he made it so, number one, if the Covenant were ever to find UNSC ships, you basically jump ship, navigate into a random point in the universe, so you don't bring them into nearby UNSC colonies. Number two, you wipe out any data or any nav point back to Earth. And I forgot what the third one was, but it's basically just drastic measures. So just make sure to leave no stones unturned, burn all bridges, you know. And so my thoughts on these linear firefight missions, they're really cool. I mean, they're really spectacular. I love the scripted sequences. It feels like a Halo 3 mission compared to like any other like linear firefight map that I played on when they first introduced that back in like the Operation, I think it was the Operation Great Journey update in November. If you ask me, I honestly think we need more like of this sort of like PVE interactive content. I mean, right there, you just saw that you had to lift up the door. I think that was just pretty cheesy and corny. In this particular game mode, at this point in this room, you like upload your custom AI to the terminal, and then for some reason it acts strangely. And I don't want to like compare this to Destiny, but it's basically like a Destiny type playlist where you just go around, you like destroy like cores, make sure the banished don't get info on it. And then at the end of the round or the end of the mission, you have to like regroup and navigate just to like get back on the Pelican so you can evacuate. Honestly, this is a pretty cool mission. I like the first mission. It's really like a interactive sort of just custom forge made campaign list. I know people are gonna complain about like, oh, the forger's gonna get paid and all that. And I was just like, I don't know. That's up for debate. Just leave it as. So as you can see here, we're about to escape into the Pelican, and it's just rendezvousing into the single point so everybody can get on board, you know. And yeah, that's about it for the the first linear firefight mission. So let's go on to the second one, Out with the Bang. So in this mission, basically, it's sort of like a continuous part of the first mission, the Cole Protocol, except this time you're just escaping the academy. So basically, it's just your standard like simple minded like linear mission. So nothing too drastic or complex or anything. It's heavily vehicle boat focused. So with that in mind, I'll stop talking and let the gameplay talk for itself. So, with that in mind, overall, I think this update is pretty good. I mean, we definitely needed something more refreshing, reinvigorating, with the new weapon and the new linear firefight playlist. Customization is being tweaked, the exchange is being tweaked as bad. Honestly, yeah. I mean, if you ask me, I think they should like add more stuff like this to keep the player retention, make it more casual friendly or more interesting. Overall, update is pretty good. I highly recommend it. It's available out right now. Go and play it. Can't wait for the two other updates. They're going to come out in June and July. The Legacy update and the Reclaimer update. I'll make a video for those for you guys. And with that, yeah, I'll see you guys later. This has been What's Gump, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Peace.